Hey, hello. Nice to be here and have this opportunity to share a Polish experience on privatization. Poland actually is a great country, our neighbor, which is helping for Ukraine with all these privatization processes and raising the capital for companies. And the privatization process actually started right immediately in 1989, along with the liberalization in Poland. And what I can say, it's definitely need to be done in a proper way, especially it need to be done very fast without any kind of procrastination. Because as we know, like procrastination, which we had in Ukraine for 25 years, it's lead basically to obstacles which are stepping in each time. So I really hope that the state property fund would proceed fast with this, and we will have this privatization this year. I really hope for this. And I will share with you a bit how the privatization was happening in Poland, because it's really great to see how Poland succeed on this. And so basically, like, is the privatization, has a focus on transformation of economy and given acceleration of the economic growth in a country, and also acceleration and growth, boost of competitiveness and growth of the capital market. So privatization in Poland have been done in three methods. That was direct privatization, indirect privatization, and mass privatization. In Ukraine, we probably lose already a time, so we don't have the opportunity to do this mass privatization, because basically no one would believe again in this as ownership certificates. But in Poland, that was definitely a great experience, because most of these certificates, which were in hand of the civil society, they were transferred, they're either sold for profit or transferred as shares in national investment funds. And these funds actually raise the capitalization of the Warsaw Stock Exchange by 30%. And the second program was a civil shareholding program. That was a program which involved the Pole to open the private accounts and actually become a part of, become a retail investor on the Warsaw Stock Exchange. So basically, like in Poland, the capital market was developing because of this, all of this intensification of the privatization in the country. And in Ukraine, it definitely would be good to have such program with involvement of the employees, like employee leasing program, which was done in Poland. And because we also need to build this corporate and ownership culture within the employees of the companies, because they want also to be involved in this. And I still believe that we can prepare such program for Ukraine, even we will not do this, probably the ownership certificates. And so basically Poland probably had even the worst conditions, because Ukraine already done a lot in this 20 years by legislation. This legislation just need to be properly executed. So in Poland there was over 8,000 of state-owned enterprises which had a share in GDP over 75%. In 25 years, this number decreased to 80% of in public sector in GDP. So basically, like right now, we are on the right step, and I know that the state property fund are doing very well with preparation of company to privatization, and we seeing really huge opportunities for Ukrainian companies to gain a good corporate governance, to get prepared to the privatization as direct privatization to the strategic investors, as well in indirect privatization through the IPO. But the IPO privatization, it's definitely would take some time for companies to improve their management and efficiency, so then the IPO can be done in a proper way. We as the Warsaw Stock Exchange definitely can offer a good capitalization of such proper companies in Ukraine. But we understand that it may happen like in a couple years. It's just a matter to do it really in a good order. So we are open for partnership, and definitely would be happy to share our visions and our advice to the State Property Fund and to help it to do privatization good in Ukraine. Thank you.
So how much money will Ukrainian companies raise on Polish stock exchange next year? This is being recorded, right? This is on the internet.
If a companies if a state-owned enterprises would do some the privatization through the IPO, so we believe that they will gain some couple of
Million or billion?
$billion.
Billion, no.
Like because revenue through the IPO in Poland was about like 36 billions of all companies which were privatized in Poland. So euros, so it's definitely a huge number, because basically investors are ready to invest through the Warsaw Stock Exchange to such companies. So definitely, if a right company will be on the Warsaw Stock Exchange listed, so they will get.
No, this is a good, very optimistic answer. I will put the market more like closer to maybe 100 million, but yeah, I'll take 2 billion. You know, this is a good answer. So.